Harambee! Neno hili si hivyo.
Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Raila Odinga was laid to rest yesterday. Very difficult to accept. But one thing we cannot run away from is the fact that Raila Odinga has left many orphans, politically speaking.
Wanashapiga bimbo wanasema sasa huyu ni political orphan, huyu amekwisha, lakini nimeona hapa orphans wako wengi sana. Wale wameongea hapa yote wamelia. Sasa nitasanya hawa yote nikuwe chairman yao. Orphans ziko mingi hapa hata roho yangu ikarudi nilipoona orphans vile umelia hapa. Mimi nilikuwa na uzuri peke yangu, nilisema nimekwisha. Kumbe tuko wengi. Tuko wengi hapa. Hiyo nimefurahi sana.
And the truth is, those who are supporting Raila Odinga, like myself, have been rendered orphans. Those who used to oppose Raila Odinga have also been rendered orphans. Within the political circles, the Luo members of parliament, the Luo governors, senators, and MCs who used to hang on the courts of Raila Odinga for them to be elected are now orphans. The Mount Kenya leaders whose careers were built because of Raila Odinga, their attacks on Raila Odinga, will now have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how best they can chart their political path without Raila Odinga. But in this video, I want to reveal to you guys the names of 5 or 6 people who I strongly believe were hard hit by the departure of Raila Odinga, politically speaking. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go straight. The first person who will be affected the most by the death of Raila Odinga is none other than William Samoei Arap Ruto. For those who listened to William Ruto yesterday, he was very clear that he was really concerned about the health of Raila Odinga. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto's 2027 presidential re-election bid was being built around Raila Odinga. The mountain left William Ruto. William Ruto was exposed. Raila Odinga came and rescued him. As a matter of fact, if Raila Odinga had not salvaged William Ruto, today probably we would be talking a different story. But after Raila Odinga intervened when Gen Zs wanted to kick William Ruto out of office, they started working together and they agreed on a working formula. And that working formula was very clear that Raila Odinga was going to play a key role in William Ruto's campaigns. In fact, William Ruto's only hope was on the support from ODM support base. That's why William Ruto treated Raila Odinga with a lot of respect and honor even before he passed on. So the truth is, William Ruto will have to go back to the drawing board to figure out how best he can win. Because if he will not, I don't know what will happen to him. So that's the first guy. The second person on that list is a very good friend of mine. I've been to his house both in Migori and in Nairobi on many occasions. He's someone I really respect, Junet Mohamed. I call Junet Mohamed the Democrat from Suna East. He calls me Nyakachinyale. Junet Mohamed has not just lost a political mentor, a political father, but Raila Odinga was now like a father to Junet Mohamed. Apart from being in politics, I think the friendship between Junet Mohamed and Raila Odinga went beyond politics. The truth is, Junet Mohamed, politically speaking, is where he is today, courtesy of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga didn't know Junet Mohamed. But when Junet Mohamed ventured into Migori politics as at a young age, this is the story Junet told me, at a young age, Raila Odinga nominated him. From that day to today, Junet Mohamed and Raila Odinga have been an item. I listened to Mbadi. Mbadi said he has never betrayed Raila Odinga. Junet Mohamed has never betrayed Raila Odinga. He has always been that black sheep. I know. Junet is someone, if he's going this side and Raila calls him, that's the end of the story. So he has lost Raila Odinga. Because of his closeness to Raila Odinga, many Luo MPs were not comfortable with Junet Mohamed. He became their enemy. Most of you don't know. Almost 80% of Luo MPs have always viewed Junet Mohamed as a foreigner who won the trust of the king. Now with Raila Odinga out of the picture, who will shield Junet Mohamed? For local politics, that one I'm sure, if he wants to contest again in Suna East, he will still win. That one he will still win. But he has lost a close friend. The third person on that list is Johnson Sakaja. Johnson Sakaja, the governor for Nairobi, elected on UDA party. When Rigathi Gachagua fell out with William Ruto, the first casualty obviously was going to be Johnson Sakaja. But Johnson Sakaja went ahead. I think he foresaw some of these things and went to Raila Odinga. When he was being impeached just the other day, the person who came to his rescue was none other than Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga controls ODM MPs. It's actually the law. So that's how Sakaja survived. Sakaja's re-election is actually pegged on the support he anticipated he would get from Raila Odinga in 2027. The mountain which supported him, gone. Sakaja's popularity in Nairobi has gone down. So he was hoping that Raila Odinga can tell his supporters, because his supporters listens to him, to vote for him. Now that Raila Odinga is not in the picture, tell me how Sakaja is going to win back his seat in Nairobi. Who is going to persuade ODM supporters to vote for Sakaja if, for example, Babu Owino is on the ballot? So Sakaja is also in a very tight corner. Number 4 is Edwin Sifuna, the Secretary General of ODM Party. If you've been reading feedbacks from Bondo, it is clear that those who are supporting William Ruto from ODM Party are planning to remove him as the SG. In fact, Edwin Sifuna has survived in ODM Party because of Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga has been his shield. I remember when he started opposing broad-based government, there was a lot of pressure for him to be kicked out. It took the intervention of Raila Odinga. Yesterday in Bondo, he showed up in a t-shirt and orange cap, probably a defiant attitude. But he wanted to show loyalty. He wanted to show that Raila Odinga represented the ordinary Kenyan. But Edwin Sifuna is someone, without Raila Odinga, probably he would not have become the SG of the party. He would not be a senator today. So he has lost a political father.
as members of ODM, must remain steadfast, and we must work to unify ODM as a strong political party. Yes, in a political party, there's always differences of opinion on some issues, but the political party itself must have a firm stand on a particular issue. And that's why people can talk and talk this way and this way. Ultimately, there's an official position that will be articulated by the party. And the spokesman of the party is usually the Secretary General, Mr. Sifuna. When Mr. Sifuna speaks, he's speaking on behalf of the party. But then, Mr. Sifuna, saa ingine hapana kuwa chungu sana.
Number 5. And this number 5 here, I know most of you might not know. Dr. Matthew Owili, the Kisumu Deputy Governor. So many people have expressed interest for running for the Kisumu gubernatorial seat in 2027. There is Dr. Joshua Ron, there is Adumo Ugur, there is Tom Ojienda, there is Ken Obura Wells, then Matthews Owili. Of all these people, Raila wanted Owili to be the governor. So Owili's strategy has always been built around the fact that Raila Odinga prefers him and that Raila Odinga was going to endorse him. I don't know whether to advise Owili not to contest, but the death of Raila Odinga is a major blow. Most people might not understand that Owili and Raila have been very close. They're very close allies.
We celebrate another decorated Shujaa, one of the best presidents we'll ever have. The former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga. Now you all know his painful story in the struggle and the fight for democracy in this country.
That's why Owili survived under Nyong'o for 2 terms, and currently he is the deputy governor. And I know, because I operate within ODM circles here, I know so many people Raila Odinga personally called to instruct them to support Owili. I know. 6th on my list, which is going to be the last. This list is too long. You can add some based on your thoughts. But for me, these are the people I strongly believe the death of Raila will affect them directly. Number 6 is the Kajwangs. There is Tom Kajwang, TJ Kajwang, Raraka MP, and the Senator for Homa Bay, Moses Kajwang. These 2 gentlemen, their election is directly tied to Raila Odinga. And why? Because of the relationship Raila Odinga had with the late Gerald Otieno Kajwang. When Kajwang passed on, I remember during the campaigns, because initially Raila really wanted to run as a senator for Homa Bay. That is a fact. For those who remember. That time I think I was at Okwa, Kenya. So when the people resisted that, then he gave instructions to some of his allies. Now that is dead, I can talk about them. Kario Rege, who was our boss at that time. And the instructions were simple. Ask our people to start pushing for Kajang. By that time, Kajang was not even in the country. So that responsibility was bestowed on me to start pushing. For those who can get the images and photos of Moses Kajang at that time, you'll really agree that Raila Odinga really tried. And that he faced a lot of competition from the former Rangwe MP, Ukundi. The truth is, this family and their politics depended fully on the goodwill the brother left for him. Kajang was that kind, the late, was that kind of a person Raila Odinga respected to an extent. Sometimes I think I was talking to some MPs between 2013, the young MPs were elected in 2013 from Nyanza. They had formed some movement there. So they were telling me that their biggest challenge at that time was not even Jakoya, was not even these other guys. The biggest challenge was Gerald Otieno Kajwang, because Gerald Otieno Kajwang never used to spend a lot of his time with Raila Odinga the way these other guys used to spend. People like Jakoyo, Buru, they were always around Raila. But Kajwang was not that person. They used to tell me that the moment you see Kajwang with Raila Odinga, they take short time. They say 30 minutes. That's enough to influence Raila Odinga for the next 1 month. So that if there's certain things you are planning and Kajwang was opposed to, there's no way Raila Odinga was going to implement. So they are surviving on the goodwill. Those are 6 people. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know any other person, please let me read in the comment section. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.